Hi, and welcome to Learning Tutorial 7, where we will cover what are canvas wraps and what are your options with Lumaprints. We'll also offer guidance on how to use our template for the cases you want a different options from the ones we offer. My name is Lindsay, and I work here at the Lumaprints marketing department. When choosing a canvas wrap style, or alternatively, the design for sides of the canvas, it is a key component to your artwork for canvas printing worth considering. Whether you're printing photography, digital art, or illustrations, understanding how image wrap works helps ensure your final canvas looks curated from every angle. In this guide, we'll explain the difference between what Lumaprints offers for wraps, and if you're interested in creating a design for the sides of the canvas, we will explain this as well. Just note that the options we offer on Lumaprints do not require you to prepare the sides yourself. When we talk about customizability of the wrap, please note that this is strictly referring to use cases of wanting to create something for the wrap that's different from the options available on our website. But first, before we get into that, what are canvas wraps? A canvas wrap refers to how the printed image extends around the sides of the stretcher bars of the canvas. When it comes to canvas, which is a dimensional art piece, we take into consideration the sides and the design that will go on them. The design of the sides of the canvas is what we call the wrap, and it applies to Lumaprints' stretch canvas, framed canvas, and rolled canvas. Let's start with the three options available to you. On lumaprints.com, we offer three options: mirror wrap, solid color wrap, and image wrap. When ordering your canvas, these three options that you select from can go onto the sides of your canvas. We'll explain each in detail, but to preface, Lumaprints offers all three options when you order your canvas print. In the case of the image wrap in particular, we have useful information that will explain the optional customizability. Please note, if you want any of these options, there is absolutely no need to prep the file ahead of time, as Lumaprints will do so automatically during your ordering process. This learning tutorial will explain the possibilities for customization as an option for those who want it, but it is not required. Let's start with mirror wrap. Mirror wrap is simply the sides of the image reflected onto the sides. The second option is solid color wrap. You feel free to select any color on the Lumaprints ordering site for your canvas when the option comes up. Here you can select any color hex code available on the grid. This is ideal for the stretch canvases and if you want to provide a contrast or a border without going through with the frame. The last one is image wrap. The image wrap is the image that extends over to the sides of the canvas. It's a great option for photography as long as there's sufficient space around the subject. And to explain further of what image wrap can do for you, if you're fine with part of the image going onto the sides of the canvas, you're more than welcome to upload the image as is. Just some things to keep in mind when selecting the image wrap. Make sure that the following won't end up on the sides when you're superimposing this for image wrap: signatures, text, faces, and key focal points. As long as those are on the front and don't go onto the sides when you're selecting image wrap, you should be good to go. For those who want to keep the image all on the front of the canvas while extending the designs onto the sides, we'll show you an option on how to make a custom wrap using our templates. Again, this is optional and not required. For those who simply want the image in the front of the canvas, I highly suggest considering mirror canvas wrap or solid color wrap. And to summarize, what Lumaprints offers is three of these options: mirror wrap, image wrap, and solid color. You can customize the image wrap before uploading the image onto Lumaprints, and we offer templates for you to do so. To edit these templates, you will need Photoshop or a program equivalent such as Photopea. You can find our templates in the link below on this YouTube video. Feel free to go there and select the size you would like for your wrap. You can go on to those tabs for rectangle, square, and panoramic and find the size you would like for your image. Go ahead and download the image and have it opened on Photoshop or Photopea or any program equivalent. Here I have an 8x12 by 1.5 inch canvas that I want to utilize for my image. As you can see, there is three sections. This part in the middle is going to be where the image on the front face is going to be. The green area is where the side of the canvas is going to show, and then the back of the canvas is going to be what's in red. As you can see, it is 1.5 inches thick for the depth, and then a little bit over to go over to the back of the canvas, making a total of 2 inches. So we have to count for 2 inches on each side, plus the corners. However you want, feel free to upload the image and put it into here by superimposing. That I will copy and paste by selecting all and selecting Control Copy. As you can see, it doesn't fit one-to-one into this area, so I'm going to adjust as needed. You're more than welcome to either crop it, resize, or any other options you seem fit for this image. For me, it's going to be a mixture of cropping and scaling. Since there are guidelines available to us right here, it makes it a lot more easy to crop and select as needed. Now let's go ahead and account for the size of the canvas that we want to make sure is shown here. The first option I'll show you is how to extend the image without compromising the front. In the second option, I'll show you how you could superimpose a different pattern or design onto the sides. First, what I'll do is I'll select here with my selection tool the side of the first area. And then what you'll do is once it's selected, select Fill. Make sure that the contents are content aware. Everything is reserved like as so, and press OK. As you can see, it extended the image, taking into consideration what the front of the image looks like without having to mirror or do anything in particular to the main subject. Just make sure if there's any awkwardness, you could always go back and select that special area and readjust it. For example, I don't like how this gate looks, so I'm going to select here and do the same thing again. Content aware, select OK. Looks a bit better, and I'll leave it like that. We're going to go ahead and do that to the rest of the sides. As a note, notice I'm not doing the corners just yet. We'll do that for the last section. We'll go ahead and then also include the corners as well by selecting those and using fill and content aware like we did with the sides. The reason for this is that while we can do all the sides all the way from top to down, it's best to do each piece one by one to make sure that there's no odd creation of other assets. Once you're done, go ahead and select Ctrl H or hide the guidelines. Here I'll see if I'm missing anything, such as if there's any open areas, places I didn't select, or if there's anything that I find that I need to redo. Just make sure that you utilize Ctrl H once more to know where your original image is so you don't manipulate that one too much. Here I notice that I'm missing a little bit of design here that shows down here as you can see in the line. I'm going to go ahead and select that and Ctrl H and fill with content aware. There you go. Sometimes I like to do the due diligence by going ahead and seeing if there's any stark lines shown on the sides, and if there are, I try to eliminate those just so it doesn't look like a random streak. And there you go. My image now looks like it's ready for print, so when this is going to be printed and that goes onto the sides of the canvas, the front of my image stays in the front, while the design on the sides looks like it continues on from the original image without compromising the front. That's one way you can customize the sides of your canvas, utilizing image wrap and going ahead and utilizing our templates. The next option I'll show you is how you can incorporate a design that's different from the front of the image. Let's say you want to include it for the sake of having something different on the sides for contrast or to help elevate the design on the front. Going back to our initial step, I have here the image on the front of the canvas ready to go. Now we have to account for the side and the back of the canvas like we did previously, but this time we're going to put a design on the sides. I found this design from the Art Institute of Chicago, and I found this other design here from Birmingham Museums. I'm going to go ahead and copy this design and superimpose it over here as well, making sure it goes behind the original image. I'm going to go ahead and resize it to the size I need it. And there you go. Let me show you what it's like without the guidelines, without the template colors. As you can see, this is what it will look like with this being on the front and the design being on the sides. We utilize this template to make sure that everything is in order and that nothing will be cut off as needed for the printing process. Once you're done with this, and same applies to the previous way that we did this, you're going to go ahead and flatten your image, making sure that the sides and the back colors are not showing, like so. And then you're going to save it as is, either in JPEG or in PNG. Now you have an image print file that will be suitable for you to have a custom wrap on the sides, and you can now send it to us by uploading it onto lumaprints.com for ordering. You'll have a custom image wrap that will have a design that you chose or you made, and this is one of those options in the case that you don't want a mirror wrap or a solid color wrap. If you have any questions regarding the tutorial or about our wraps, please let us know in the comments down below. As a reminder, templates can be found on the bottom in our description of this video, and also the templates will have the size that you need to incorporate into the image, so prepare your images as needed for that size. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and we hope that you found it useful. We'll see you in the next video.